हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, यूट्यूब चैनल सोशो क्लासेस में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम इस वीडियो में इंग्लिश इलेक्टिव के बीए फोर्थ सेमेस्टर के मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स की डिमांड आ रही थी कि इंग्लिश इलेक्टिव के क्वेश्चन अपलोड कर दिए जाएं। इसके टोटल मार्क्स 100 हैं। थ्योरी पेपर 90 मार्क्स का होगा। 10 मार्क्स की इंटरनल असेसमेंट कॉलेज की तरफ से लगाई जाएगी। बाकी सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस और सिलेबस के वीडियो यहीं से आप देख सकते हो, वहाँ से अपनी तैयारी कर सकते हो। सोशियोलॉजी और पंजाबी इलेक्टिव, पंजाबी कंपलसरी के कुछ लेक्चर्स के वीडियो मिल जाएंगे, वहाँ से आपको हेल्प हो जाएगी। बहुत इजी वर्डिंग में क्वेश्चंस करवाए गए हैं। हाँ जी, सबसे पहले हैं सेक्शन ए, राइट शॉर्ट नोट्स ऑन एनी 5 ऑफ द फॉलोइंग लिटरेरी टर्म्स। इनकी तैयारी बहुत अच्छे से कर लेना। इसी में से ही आपके जो लिटरेरी टर्म्स पूछे गए हैं, इसी में से पूछे जाएंगे पेपर में। ये इस तरह से हैं: एपिक, एल्यूजन, इंटरनल राइमी, मेटोनॉमी, टोन, वर्स, पैराग्राफ, मेडाइसरेस, ऑक्सीमोरन, मेटोनॉमी, पर्सोनिफिकेशन, एंटीथीसिस, हाइपरबोल, टेरजा, रीमा, राइम और रॉयल, मूड, फ्री पैराग्राफ, सटायर, एपिथेट, एलिगोरी, मेटाफॉर, स्पेंसियरन, स्टेंजा, पर्सोनिफिकेशन। सेकंड क्वेश्चन होगा, आंसर एनी 5 ऑफ द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस इन अबाउट 40 to 60 वर्ड्स ईच। इसमें आपने 5 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर देने होंगे। 15 मार्क्स के होंगे टोटल, ये 3 मार्क्स ईच। ये क्वेश्चन इस तरह से हो सकती हैं: वाई डज फिलिप लार्किन से दैट द ग्रीनेस ऑफ द लीव्स इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ ग्रीफ इन द ट्रीज। इन क्वेश्चंस की तैयारी बहुत अच्छे से कर लेना, क्वेश्चन मोल्ड करके डाले जा सकते हैं। वट डज हार्डी से अबाउट द सॉन्ग ऑफ द थ्रश इन द डार्कलिंग थ्रश। एंड नेक्स्ट, वाई इज मैन कॉल्ड द ग्लोरी, जेस्ट एंड रिडल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इन पॉप्स essay on man. And then describe the epitaph chosen by Thomas Gray for himself in elegy written in a country yard. And then, what presence does Wordsworth feel in lines composed a few miles above Tintern Abbey? Why does Tennyson say that he is a part of all that I have met in Cis? And next question, what is Allmund's main concern in To Marguerite? And then, why is the sun called a pedantic wretch in the sun rising? And then, what advice does Alexander Pope finally give to man? Why does the poet refer to the body of the tiger as a fearful cemetery? And describe briefly the stage of William Wordsworth's adolescent love of nature. And next, how does the poet want to migrate to the world of the nightingale? Why is Ulysses unhappy with his life as a king? And next question, what is the twist at the end of Hopkins' poem Beauty? And next, what was the weather like during the journey of the Magi? And how does Pope try to expose ironically man's ambitions? An essay to man. And what two opposite dimensions of the divine craftsman are seen in the poem Tiger? And describe the poet's childhood pleasures in the company of nature. And next, I will drink life to the less discuss. And then, why is the curtain drawn only by the duke? ये पोइम्स के नाम लिखे हैं साथ में। एंड नेक्स्ट है, हाउ डिड A.K. रामानुजन react to the death of his great aunt? What does the poet think about the fire that burns in the eyes of the tiger? And write a short note on the theme of the poem The Darkling Thrush. And next question, discuss the representation of sun in John Donne's poem The Sunny Rising. And next, how does Keats feel on hearing the song of the nightingale? And next, comment on the line I choose never to stoop. And next, how does Pope try to expose ironically man's ambitions? And next, what ideas does Gray advocate through this elegy? And then, why is the sun considered unruly by the poet in the poem The Sunny Rising? And next, what according to Pope is the duty of man? And next, who is the silent listener in Browning's My Last Duchess? What is the effect of the moon shining in the sky? And next question, give in your own words the central idea of A.K. Ramanan's poem History. And next, what according to Alexander Pope is the duty of man as mentioned in Say on Man? And next, discuss in your own words a brief account of William Wordsworth's visit to Tainton Abbey after 5 years. And next, what is Donne's poem The Sun Rising about? And next, why does Alexander Pope call man the glory, jest, and riddle of the world? And then, what portrait of himself has Thomas Gray painted in his written in a country chart? And then describe the blessed mood that Wordsworth speaks of in his lines composed a few miles above Tainton Abbey. And next question is Keats' poem Ode to a Nightingale expressing his vision or a waking dream? And next, comment on the last line of the poem says to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. And discuss the central idea of the poem My Last Duchess. And third question is answer any three of the following questions in about 100 to 120 words each. इसमें आपने 3 का आंसर देना होगा. ये इस तरह से है, 5 मार्क्स का होगा. राइट अ क्रिटिकल अप्रिशिएशन ऑफ टू अ नाइटिंगेल and trace the development of thought in G.M. Hopkins' Pied Beauty. How does Yeats want his daughters to grow and flourish in a prayer for my daughter? And then describe the theme of T.S. Eliot's Journey of the Magi. How Indian is in Raman's poem History. Write a critical appreciation of Philip Larkin's The Tress. Discuss Pied Beauty as a curtailed sonnet. Give a pen portrait of the Last Duchess on the basis of your reading of Robert Browning My Last Duchess. What kind of philosophy of life is conveyed through Ulysses? Describe after Wordsworth the natural landscape at the Tainton Abbey. Write a note on the theme of the poem Pied Beauty. And next, critically appreciate the poem The Sun Rising. And then portray the character sketch of the Duke on the basis of your study of My Last Duchess. How does William Blake hail the tiger as a wonderful creature? And next, what are major thematic concerns in the poem Ode to a Nightingale? Give a critical appreciation of the essay on man. Critically examine My Last Duchess as a dramatic monologue. And describe the mood and feelings of John Keats as depicted in the poem Ode to a Nightingale. How does the poet hail the tiger as a wonderful creation of God in the tiger? And what type of beauty does the poet wish for his daughter in a prayer for my daughter? And draw a character sketch of this in your own words. Give a central idea of the poem Journey of the Magi. What is an elegy? Bring out the elegiac elements in elegy written in a country courtyard. Give a critical commentary on Arnold's poem to Margaret. Right? Critically evaluate A.K. Raman's poem History. Trace the development of thought in W.B. Yeats' poem A Prayer for My Daughter. Section B. Fourth question, write a passage of the following passage and give a suitable title. 10 marks का होगा. And fifth question, identify the figure of speech in the following 10 sentences. Epithet, meantime, oxymoron, epigram. 10. The house was adjoined sign. Die, he learnt the lesson plodding the very way. The book was found missing. To is human, he purchased a new set of wheels today. If we don't end war will end us. The fleet-footed Chili's rushed into the war. The slow horse passed in Longoni. The library was told to stock all the Arkanarayanan, the glittering vortex. The proper study of mankind is man from the to the grave. close bosom friend of maturing sun. Writing is a pleasant agony. Haste slowly to erase the human. They have no roof to live together. Boys will be boys. The government should realize the power of the press. I have read all of Milton. If we do not fill out the forms properly, the suits will be after us shortly. This painting seems to a genuine imitation. The only way to have a friend is to have one. We must wait to hear from the crown until we make any further decisions. She has reached the impossible solution in her research. There are no gains without pains. A larger half of the population in India lives below the poverty line. Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, is loved by all Americans. King Harold inherited the titles of his father, Halfdan the Black. The only ism Hollywood believes in plagiarism. Haste slowly. The government should realize the power of the press. Uneasy lies in the head that wears a crown. All the glitter is not gold. The dancing daffodils, the glittering forex, only the brave deserve the fear. 20 hands work in the factory, a sleepless night. Writing is a pleasant agony. There are no gains without pains. To err is human, terrible pleased. Arching pleases, I started in wide eye amazement. Richard the Lion uttered, the proper study of the mankind is man. Boys will be boys. Fools rush in where angels fear to eat. Treat. I burn and freeze like ice. The bottle has ruined many families in villages. The book was found missing. The proper study of mankind is man. The night is shining, her step glistening horse in the midst of life. We are in death, and faith unfaithful kept him falsely true. I have read all of Shakespeare, writing a pleasant agony. Gandhi, the father of the nation, close bosom friend of maturing sun. Do as directed. First, choose the correct meaning of the following words. Penury, poverty, abundance, shortage, disease. ये आगे लिखी है. Pardon, narrate, cheese, elude, taxis, reset, sight, none of, emulate, Judius, vanish, trivial, limit, obstacle, platonic, magnify, vital, human, confess, entire, obstacle, significant, foresight, orthodox, is magnify, confess, pretty, emancipate, incentive, defer, watered. And B part is complete the following 5 incomplete sentences. 5 मार्क्स का होगा. ये इनकम्प्लीट सेंटेंसेस हैं, यहाँ से आप देख सकते हो. The entire class seemed, did you imagine a bird is in hand, the attention span of dash as a person he dash, wait here until dash, walk carefully dash, 2 and 2 dash, man is dash or you show. ये यहाँ से आप देख सकते हो. And C part is give one word for the following. 5 marks का होगा. A list of things to be discussed in a meeting. The line where the earth and sky appear to meet. An instrument for seeing distant objects, that which cannot be heard. One who cannot pay his debts, that which can't be corrected. A medicine which calms the nerves. A bride's outfit or law-making body. One who steals books. A place where astronomical observations are taken. Murder of a brother. Writing that is easy to read. A general pardon of offenders. Memorable experience of one's life. One who writes plays fluent in 2 languages. A medicine that kills germs. Having many wives at a time. A speech made without preparation. One who lives at the same time. One who walks on foot. A place where astronomical observations are taken. One who shoots with bows and arrows. One who looks on the dark side of the things. A man who has more than one wife at a time. To move from one country to another. Speaking to oneself. Memorable experiences of one's life. A writer who makes use of someone else's words and ideas that which can't be heard. To banish from one's country. A bride's outfit. A person who eats too much. And second is read the following passage and answer the questions that follows. 10 marks there. 5 questions. Thank you so much. इसके अलावा बाकी सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस और सिलेबस की वीडियो यहीं से देख सकते हो. और तैयारी कर सकते हो। थैंक यू सो मच। मिलते हैं हम अपने अगले वीडियो में। बेस्ट ऑफ लक।